Hi, this is Jackie Bailey with Navigating Your Fishbowl and another Human Resources Thursday. Last week I educated you a little bit about two types of employee files that every employer is required to keep on each of their current and former employees. Those two files were one, an employee regular file and an employee confidential file. On my blog you can see a fairly lengthy list of all of the forms and documents that would go into each of those files, and make sure that you have those in place. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to maintain accuracy in those files and answer some questions for you. So there's about 5 questions that are quite common in this regard. So I'm going to read you 5 questions and I'm going to give you the best answers that I can. The first question is, how will information be gathered for these files, these employee files that I've talked about? And the answer to that is that the information for your employees' files can be gathered in many, many ways. They can be gathered through psychological testing or behavioral profiling, through drug testing, performance reviews, disciplinary action. All of those types of things will go into that employee file as you are gathering that information. The second question is, how will the collected information be used? Well, the information that you're collecting and putting into these employee files will be used for hiring, interviewing, or even promotion processes, for determination of compensation, and even in the case that you need to take some disciplinary action with an employee, you will use that information that you have gathered for those objectives. The third question is, how long must the information be kept? And the answer to this really varies. It depends on the type of information that is in each file, and that will determine the length of time it must be kept. Besides that, there are also varied statutes of limitations within each state. So if you want to just play it safe, if you keep all of the laws and statutes of limitations plus some, it's usually recommended that you keep the information from 4 to 6 years after an employee is terminated in that employee file. The question number 4 is, where are records kept and how are they safeguarded? Well, the physical safety and security of these records is absolutely imperative, and it is the responsibility of the employer. They need to be in a locked file cabinet or in a special computer access code situation so that they're not just open and free for employees to see. They must be kept securely and confidential. Number 5 question is, who has authorized access to the information? The question is that only authorized management personnel who have a need-to-know issue will have access to these types of employee files. Now, make sure that you protect yourself and the privacy of your employees by keeping the proper records for the proper length of time and with the proper safeguards. If you have any questions about what we've talked about in regard to employee records or files, you may contact me, or on my blog is a link to Bent Erickson and Associates HR firm and employment law firm. Please don't hesitate to contact either one of us and let them know that Jackie Bailey sent ya. So we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great one.